Now, some of you might remember that Barnaby got somebody to film him in his office, showing us binders full of paper and little letters that he got from Scott Morrison about his drought envoy thing, because he's getting a little bit worried that people keep asking about how much he spent and where he spent the money on the drought envoy thing. Well, we've come up with the idea of giving him a spreadsheet so he can fill it out and tell us all what he spent the money on. Have a look. Here you go, Barnaby. We've got a little spreadsheet for you, mate, for your drought envoy expenses. Now, you see on the left-hand side, it's pretty easy, mate. On the left-hand side, here's the expense type. That's what you spent the fucking money on. And then in this column, it's how much you spent on that particular thing. So you'll see we've got it here. Booze. So how much you spent on booze. You put it in there, see? We've put in an arbitrary figure, which is $6,000. Obviously, that's a bit light. But you just enter whatever the total was for all the amount you spent on booze. Now, just because you probably will have forgotten a fair bit of it, we've also included a second piece here where you can put in more booze. That's for the extra booze that you got on top of the booze that you got in the first place, right? Then we've got here travel on the charter jet, because we know you like to travel in luxury because of that little rule that you've managed to get around where you live a little bit farther away or too far from the fucking normal airport where normal people catch normal planes that don't cost a shitload. And then we've got car rental, because we know you don't like to use your own car. Then there's food for dinners, you know, when you took people out for dinner. Accommodation, hookers, obviously that's in there. Now, look, we're only putting that in here as a guide. We're not suggesting that you spent any of the money on hookers. We just put it in there for you, just in case. More booze, and we said paper, that's paper and printing for things where you did the reports, which we'll put a little clip in now of where you actually tried to justify it by showing us whole fucking heaps of paper on your desk. But it was 675 grand.
After I'd sent him something.
Another letter.
On and on
what are you?
and on and on and on.
And on like you. On your desk. Which you apparently sent to Scotty. Which we don't believe. We put in, and again, this is just arbitrary, new clothes in case, jewellery for Vicky. If you bought some jewellery, put that in as well. All right, condoms. If you bought any condoms, we don't know why you would, but we're not suggesting you did. These are just examples. We're not suggesting anything, Barnaby. We don't want you to get all offended and all upset. There's your telephone, and specifically, we'd like to know the cost of the text messages, because apparently you sent a few texts to Scotty. And then you just go for anything that we've missed that you can't remember, that you decide to add later, because we get it analysed and it doesn't add up to that magical fucking figure of $675,000 for, what was it, 3, 4, 5 weeks or something. We just want to know what you spent it on, buddy. All right? Hope that little spreadsheet helps you. Go to our website, the spreadsheet's there. You can download it and get one of your minions to fill it out. Get all the receipts. We want to see the fucking receipts as well. We want to know who you paid it to in case they might be donors or something. All right, mate? Just a suggestion, mate. We're not inferring anything. We're not suggesting that you spent it unwisely. We just want to know. We want to know what you spent the 675 grand on and what we fucking got for it. You all right with that, buddy? It's called transparency. Thanks, Barney. Take care, mate.